Today we're going to be talking about moving to Idaho, the good, the bad, the ugly, the hideous, the gorgeous, the beautiful, the disgusting, the delicious, all of the above. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Let's dive into the content. Guys, welcome to or welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the best YouTube channel you will ever find about everything Idaho, especially Southwest Idaho, where we're going to talk about multiple cities all across the platform. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you guys do that. Make sure you guys turn on the bell at the top of the screen so you can get notified when we make more videos just like this. So today we're talking about Idaho in general as a whole, right? The entire state, from Coeur d'Alene to Boise to Pocatello, all of the above, right? For you guys that are viewing this video, you may not know what to expect, or maybe you're contemplating if you're moving to Idaho, or if you're already moving to Idaho, you just need everything, right? You're just a sponge. You're like, I need all the information I can gather. Well, that's what we're gonna give you guys today. The good, the bad, all of the above. If you're new to the channel, I like to tell my story a little bit so people can get to know about why I ended up in Idaho, because some people may be in similar situations or different situations. So originally from Kansas, moved to California, enlisted into the military, and I came to Idaho on military orders and decided after I separated from the military a couple years ago, I am going to stick around because I have grown to love Idaho. Now, during my journey in Idaho, I've experienced a lot of different things, from the good and the bad, which we're going to talk about now. So to kick it off, we're going to start with the good. At number one, the best thing about Idaho, hands down overall, is the natural beauty in general. Guys, if you're someone that loves nature, if you're someone that loves walking outside and seeing just beautiful trees, a beautiful golf course, just a beautifully taken care of state. I personally live on a golf course, that's why I say that. But that's what I want to tell you guys about, is that just naturally when you walk outside your door, or when you go to travel, or when you want to go camping, you just have so much to enjoy, from just beautiful hills and mountains. Now, I'm not talking about Colorado mountains. I'm talking about mountains to the state of Idaho. You have forests, you have so much water, so many different bodies of water. Now, we don't have an ocean, there's no beach or anything out here, but you do have tons of areas that you can go take out your boat. You can go enjoy a good hike. You can go enjoy snowboarding and skiing, because Idaho has 4-season weather, which we're going to talk a little more about as far as how that affects you in the good and the bad side of things. Now, just talking about Idaho and just what it offers landscape wise, it just gives you a lot of opportunity to just be able to go out and explore and do so many different things. And to this day, if there's something that you can think of that you can't do in Idaho outside of going to the beach, I always tell people comment, because I would love to know. Because to this day, you can literally, to my knowledge, do anything and everything, from base jumping to jumping out of plane to going to the water to snowboarding and skiing and hot springs and all these different things. So that is the good number one. Now let's talk about another good, which may be surprising to some people because it is starting to get a little more expensive out here. However, cost of living in Idaho is significantly lower than most areas across the nation. So utilities out here significantly cheaper. Buying a home out here is significantly cheaper. And for those of you that don't know, I am a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Idaho. Not only do I absolutely love making these videos for you guys, I would absolutely love to help you with your home buying needs. So please, please, please shoot me a call, shoot me a text, stop the video, shoot me an email, whatever you need to do to get a hold of me if you're already contemplating moving here or already planning on moving here, so we can put together a game plan and make sure that we make this as easy of a transition as possible, as we are relocation specialists, both military and civilian side of things. Now let's get back into the content. Cost of living in general, right? We kind of brought up housing in Idaho, which in the state of Idaho, the median price of homes across the state is actually in the sub $500,000. So when you compare it against states like Colorado or Oregon or Washington or California, where most people are relocating from to Idaho, is significantly cheaper. It almost feels like your dollar is more like $5 rather than a dollar feeling like 10 cents, because you just run through it so fast in those states. Now, not only is it more affordable in the housing and utility side of things, you also have significantly lower taxes than a lot of different areas, from income tax to property taxes. They even help you when you purchase a home with a homeowner exemption, which actually removes $125,000 of the appraised value of your property when they're calculating the taxes. So you don't even get taxed on $125,000 of, let's say it's a $525K house, then you're only going to pay $400K worth of taxes, because if it is your primary residence and you apply for this tax owner exemption, then you won't have to worry about that. And it just helps significantly, especially when looking at purchasing a home. Now, another great thing, which is going to be number 3 on today's list of the good, is going to be the community and safety. And I genuinely believe, due to it being such a great area as far as quality of life and things of that nature, that is why crime is so low out in the state of Idaho. And that crime rate, I believe, is in a direct direct correlation due to the quality of life. I'm telling you, people as far as the community are always outside, they're always doing things. It's one of the fittest areas, especially Boise and the surrounding areas. You'll see people outside riding their bikes, they're swimming, they are running, they are jogging, they're taking their dogs out for walks on the green belt. There's just so many different areas that you can enjoy. Downtown, people are always downtown exploring what it has to offer. And it's not the biggest downtown, right? You have to remember, Boise and all the different cities in the state of Idaho are significantly smaller than, for example, Atlanta or San Diego or Los Angeles, where the population of those cities are much over 500,000 people, whereas Boise just recently went over 200,000 people not too long ago. So as far as cities and population and things of that nature, Idaho is not too populated yet. However, with it being one of the top states a lot of people are relocating to, that may change in the future, but they just do so much as a community. They do so many events throughout the year, from hot air balloon events to dog walks to community meetups, depending on what your hobbies is. Let's just say you love to go and do CrossFit, or maybe you're a military member. Well, they have all types of events they throw for all types of different people. And diversity wise, it's definitely getting a lot better out here as well, because originally when I first got here, full transparency, it was pretty bad. And I've been here for almost 10 years now, but I've seen it over time get better and better and better. And just, the bad is becoming more of the good. So just something I wanted to share with you guys as far as that side. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is going to be the economic opportunities coming up. That is a huge, huge, huge plus right now in the state of Idaho, because so many different companies are finding that Idaho has so much growth. And I'm not talking about smaller companies, I'm talking about huge companies. Micron is here, they're continuously expanding. You have all different types of hospitals, you have all types of businesses relocating. My two favorite ones to talk about, I know it's probably cliche if you've watched my account that I always bring it up, but Topgolf, the first ever Topgolf in Idaho just landed not too long ago, and right beside it, not too far, a couple minutes away, we also had the first In-N-Out ever be built, and that is also now in operation. And if you're someone who is familiar with Shields, which is pretty much like a Dick's Sporting Goods on crack, like it is absolutely insane. It is huge. They have a Ferris wheel. It has all the outdoor sporting goods that you could possibly imagine, whether you're playing sports, shooting guns, archery, whatever it is, they have it all literally, and it's absolutely amazing. So we just see a lot of things coming, to include Gym Reapers opened up a spot here. They have a huge warehouse here. Meta just purchased a lot of big commercial buildings, and there's just so much more coming to the state of Idaho. And with everything that's coming, we also know economically that Idaho is going to continue to boom. And as far as the economy, as far as the top three things that career-wise we're seeing, is anything medical, anything technology, or anything manufacturing. Those are kind of the big three out here. So if you're in those career fields, you're in luck. Idaho might actually be the best place for you. It may be offering you plenty of opportunities to continue to climb the corporate ladder and get out of the rat race. All right, now let's talk about the bad. Now, I'm gonna say some of these bad things may not seem too bad to some of you, but full transparency, Idaho doesn't have a lot of bad stuff going on in it. However, it does have things that kind of make it a decision to think about, right? So let's talk about the bad. Well, I have three things on this list. So number one is going to be the extreme weather. Now, I know I mentioned this earlier, it does have 4-season weather. However, it can get extreme, especially if you're in the Coeur d'Alene or Pocatello area, whereas the Treasure Valley, which is southwest Idaho, Boise and surrounding areas, is more so surrounded by hills and things. So we don't get too much of the hit from like wind and crazy snowstorms and things of that nature. Now, that's not to say we don't get it. We definitely do have a cold winter. We definitely do have a beautiful spring. We definitely have a hot summer, triple-digit summer, and we also do have an amazing fall, which is what we're currently in right now. And as you can see, it is in September. I can still walk outside and have a collared shirt on, thankfully, short sleeve, and not have to worry about being cold or anything of that nature. However, that's not to say that the weather may not be able to just switch overnight and all of a sudden we're freezing. We're kind of in that weird weather phase where you wake up in the morning, you turn the heat on full blast in the car, and then as soon as you leave the gym at 9-10 a.m., all of a sudden you turn the AC on full blast. So it's that kind of weird kind of in between where you got to dress for two different occasions in the same day. So that's kind of how the weather can be in Idaho, and if you don't prepare for it, it's going to be rough. Second is going to be limited public transportation. If you're someone that's coming from a huge city similar to Denver and you're reliant on public transportation, that is not the case out here. There's not a lot of things as far as trains or buses and things of that nature. Those systems completely are lacking. As we need more of those things, I'm sure in this future, the city will accommodate for things of that nature. However, right now, there's just really no need for those things. So there's not too much support in that realm of transportation. Now, finally, the third bad. Now, this can potentially affect you if you have children and things of that nature, because educationally, Idaho is not known for having the greatest reputation in the world, right? Idaho is more so on the lower end, but it's because they pay a lot less into the education. However, I will say overall, they do have pretty decent scores, and there are better districts than others, right? I know last year, the 2023 year, the best scores as far as district-wise was in the West Ada County School District, which is located in Meridian and the surrounding areas, which is close by to Boise. So for those of you that are very, very education-driven for your children, or maybe you want to attend Boise State, those are all in the similar areas. So I would definitely advise doing some research on that and just seeing what may make the most sense for you guys. So those are some of the goods and some of the bads. Now, some personal tips I like to throw out there is if you're moving to Idaho, just make sure you guys come out, do your research, or what you can do is, once again, I'll put it out there, I am a licensed real estate agent and I would love to help you guys with your home buying needs. So reach out to me via text, call, or just whatever we need to do, set up a consultation meeting with me, so that way maybe we can give you a sense of direction as far as what areas best fit you as an individual or as a family, and try to help you guys find what may be the best area for you guys relocating and ensuring that it's an easy transition. And I always just recommend making a small trip, whether it's a weekend or making a week out of it, to come check out the areas. We have relocation guides we can provide you guys and just kind of inform you what is available to you as a resident, someone coming from out of state, or areas you should check out, and different things within your hobbies and things that you like to do. So with all of that, what I would like to end this video on is I'm going to show you guys exactly what you can expect from Idaho. So let's show you guys a little bit of what Idaho has to offer you. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you guys press the subscribe button, press the like button, leave a comment where you're watching from, and most importantly, turn on the bell at the top of the screen so you can get notified when we make more amazing videos just like this. Love you guys. See you on the next one.